What's up, everybody? This is Dominic here to talk about today's General Hospital episode. I have another video coming out. I also have another video coming up today because a lot of big time Prospect Park news came out yesterday for us announcing of cast members. So I'm gonna do it into a separate video. Do that into a separate video. But anyway, I just want you guys to know that you'll get two videos out of me today. Let's talk about General Hospital. Where do I start? Let's start with a good fact in today's episode. Luke, Duke, and Anna. I know I said yesterday I really don't want this to be a prolonged triangle, but I will admit I like those scenes today between those three vets. I like those scenes today. Luke flat out telling Anna that he's in love with her. I think that's complete and utter bullcrap in my opinion, because the only person for Luke, in my opinion, is Laura. If I had to say anybody else to be for Luke, it'd probably be Tracy, because just truth be told, Luke and Tracy are hilarious together, in my opinion. But the only person really for Luke, right? Luke is Laura. And I hope when Gene Francis come back, I don't. From what I'm hearing, they're not gonna be. I don't know if they're gonna full on just get back together, like be all happy family and whatnot. But I think that they're gonna have a lot of communication with each other. But anyway, but yeah, and I love the fact that Duke was telling Anna today that he wasn't gonna pressure her into getting back with him. You know, he will always love her, but I like the fact that he told her today that he wasn't gonna flat out just chase her down and go after her and whatnot, and try to pressure her into getting back with him. And if you sit there and think about that, you find in real life you hardly ever hear about anything like that. I mean, you find out somebody was dead, that somebody that you thought was dead for years and years and years turns up alive. Yeah, there's instances you might hear about that, um, but anyway, you might hear about that, but if something like that were to happen in real life, you understand what Anna's coming from. How she wouldn't be so quick to, well, hell, when Faison was acting like he was Duke, it seemed like he didn't take Anna no time just to crawl back into his arms, even though they never slept together. They never slept together, but and since Anna found out this whole thing about Faison pretending to be Duke, and every time she looks at Duke, she sees Faison. I understand where she had come from that, because I know where she's coming from. She's gotten her heart broken from this situation once. She don't want to go and get her heart broken again, and that's completely understandable. But anyway, it's gonna be kind of awkward as hell when Laura does come back. Laura does show up back in town, and I'm hearing that she's gonna show up in town with somebody else. Her first episode is gonna be um, February 11th. And I'm beginning to think it's not gonna be Scott Ball when she shows back up in town with, cause Ken Schreiner, his first episode is like on down the line, so I don't think Laura's gonna show back in town with him, cause Jeannie Francis' first air date is like the 11th of February. Like, 'cause I think it's gonna be Ken Schreiner is gonna come back like on down the line. Anyway, it's gonna be kind of awkward when Laura comes back in town. Luke sees Laura's back in town, and I guess she's gonna be 100% in her right mind, and it's gonna be kind of awkward because Luke's in there confessing his love to Anna and all that. It's gonna be kind of awkward in a way, and you got Tracy in the midst because Tracy still in love with Luke, so it's gonna be kind of awkward in a way. It's gonna be made for good TV, but I like those segments of today's episode. Something that's kind of getting a little tiresome to me is and something else I liked in today's episode. I actually like the scenes between Ellie and Spinelli today. Apparently they're over. Ellie and Spinelli are done. He came clean and told her that he had sex with Maxie. She basically ripped him a new one and told him to just leave her the hell alone and get on going about his business. There was some good dramatic scenes between those two. Great performance by the actress Emily Wilson, who plays Ellie. Good performance by her today. I like Ellie and Spinelli scenes today. I'm interested in seeing what they're gonna do with the Ellie character. I'm hearing she's got some scenes coming up with Michael, and with Star potentially going back to Landview to One Life to Live, I could see them going with the Ellie and Michael pairing. I'm hearing Michael's gonna go check up on Ellie because Michael was the one that found her, and I'm hearing that they're gonna go. I wouldn't mind seeing Ellie with Michael. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't mind seeing that happen. A Michael and Ellie relationship. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Um, Also hearing that GH is casting a blonde. They got a casting call out for a blonde, and I'm thinking it might be for Serena Baldwin. A lot of people think it's gonna be for Lulu. Well, the age is like early mid 20s. Lulu's like in her early 20s, late 20s, early 30s. I'm thinking Lulu's like in her late 20s, early 30s. Um, so I don't think it's gonna be a Lulu recast because I haven't heard anything about Julie Marie Berman leaving the show. Um, but it's a casting call out for a new blonde actress, or an actress that's blonde to play a character named Aaron. We all know this. Aaron is. I mean, Aaron is like that's like a placeholder name until they can get the character cast. And well, I'm pretty sure Aaron is not on the casting side. And what has people thinking is Lulu is the fact that they're using a Lulu and Dante scene for the audition. But anyway, but yeah, the whole Ellie and Michael thing, I wouldn't mind seeing that because, like I said, I don't know what would Ellie's purpose be since her and Spinelli broken up. I like the character, I like the actors, but what would her purpose be? Anyway, let's talk about Sonny and Connie. Um, I had a feeling Sonny was gonna wind up feeling Connie, and Connie was gonna wind up feeling Sonny. But like I said yesterday, there's a spoiler out saying that Sonny's gonna be in a triangle with Connie and Kate, because Connie was saying something today like every time Sonny looks at her, he sees Kate, which is true. Every time he looks at her, truth be told, he does see Kate. But I'm getting kind of sick of this whole alter DID storyline. Kelly Sullivan is a great actress. She's doing a good job. I think she makes a better Connie than she does Kate. I wish they had just pick an alter, keep her with it, and just leave this whole DID storyline alone. That's what I want to happen. But yeah, their scenes were kind of okay. Connie and Sonny scenes were alright. They were alright. But anyway, now let's talk about Maxie, Lulu, Dante, Olivia. Maxie kind of figured out this whole thing about Olivia seeing all these dogs and all that. She figured out where it all came from, and I think eventually Olivia's gonna figure out where all this dog stuff came from, because it was a little Jacko dog that Maxie seen, and because the dog Olivia's been seeing is the same dog that showed up at Maxie's apartment, and caused her to trip and miscarry the baby and whatnot. So Maxie's figured it out. She figured it out by looking at Spinelli, because that led her to miscarrying the baby and led her to going up on that roof and seeing Spinelli and Spinelli sleeping together and whatnot. All that dog caused all those events to happen. So Maxie's kind of figured it all out now, and I'm glad it's came out. I figured out when that dog showed up and she miscarried, why this whole dog stuff was coming into place. But anyway, getting sick of kind of all the dog visions. Hope Olivia doesn't see any more dogs later. I hope she eventually does figure out why she's been seeing dogs lately and whatnot. And I just want Maxie, and I knew Maxie was gonna And like I said, today was the episode. I also, like yesterday, I tolerated Dr. Westbourne today. I know when she has her upcoming scenes with Emma, that character's gonna be dead to me. But speaking of Emma, it was good to see her today. It was funny how she was basically telling Patrick that demanding telling Patrick she doesn't like Britt. Britt's mean and she can't stand Britt and she hates her and she don't like her and whatnot. And she basically said she wants it, if anybody has to be in her new mommy, she wants it to be Sabrina. And Patrick was basically telling her that nobody said anything about a new mommy. So basically, right now, I think Patrick's just using Britt as a piece of ass. She think it's more, but I think he's just using her as a piece of ass. Because truth be told, he hasn't gotten us since Robin left. So he's just using her as a piece of ass. And it has been like a year just about. He hadn't had none like a year, so he used her as a piece of ass, basically. And truth be told, that's what he's using her for. But anyway, it was funny. Sabrina was basically sitting there all crying and whatnot. and feeling all bad that cause Dr. Westbourne got her thinking that Patrick thinks she came on to him, even though they basically came on to each other. But I've been saying this for a long time. This girl, this Dr. Westbourne, Dr. Britt, she is Lisa Niles 2.0. I can already tell you that she's Lisa Niles 2.0. I've been saying this since the character came. She's basically a Lisa Niles 2.0. But anyway, that's really about all I got for today's episode. If I had to give it a grade, I'd give it like a A minus. It was a pretty decent episode. It was a pretty good episode today. Tomorrow's episode should be pretty decent. Got Ned coming back. Ned's gonna be back. We gotta see what he and Tracy are gonna come up with for ELQ and whatnot. But yeah, it's gonna be good to see Ned back. But anyway, cause Ned's out. I know a lot of people don't like the character. Well, a lot of people don't like the character Ned, but I like him. I like that character. But anyway, and we get to see AJ and Michael tomorrow, and Felix and Carly. I actually like the whole Felix and Carly scenes from their last scenes they had. I actually like that. But anyway, it's gonna be good to see them tomorrow. We can see Todd and Johnny in the jail cell tomorrow. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about today's episode. Leave me a comment below. I'll be back with my One Life to Live, All My Children casting video. But anyway, this is Dominic checking out. Peace, God bless, and I'm out.